You know what this is all really about? Like, we talk about discipline as the vehicle to getting whatever it is you want in your life. And you hear me talk about bodies and being and balance and business. You hear me talk about all these different domains of your life. If you've been listening for a long time, by now you at least understand the concept of what those are. But what we're really talking about here is there's this war that I believe is going on inside of our own minds. And as a result of our own minds, it's kind of a war we're waging in society too. It's a war against mediocrity, which way too many people accept. Like, they just accept mediocrity from themselves. They accept mediocrity from other people, and it silently eats at them. And it eats at them in a way that causes them to question if they are who they thought they were. Like, the results that they thought they were going to have. We all played these games when we were kids, like in third grade. They were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I knew that I wanted to be the middle linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers. And as it turns out, if I was about 5 inches taller, maybe 4 inches taller, and about 60 pounds heavier, there's a chance that I could do that. But genetics didn't have that for me, so I'm not that. But there is this war against mediocrity, where whatever it is that we believe ourselves to be capable of, if we haven't achieved that yet, you're living your version of mediocrity. Now, recognize everybody's version of mediocrity is different. There can be guys driving Aventador SVJs that are in their level of mediocrity, or living in a $5 million house. They're living in their level of mediocrity. So don't be fooled by somebody that appears to have achieved a lot as somebody that's achieved all of their potential. Everybody thinks they've got this higher level of themselves. And so we've got to fight mediocrity. And I want to talk to you about one specific question. Just one question that, if you ask yourself this question and then take the right action after answering yourself this question, you're going to win the war against mediocrity in your own mind, which that's really all I can ask. Like, if just one person that listens to this can win the war against mediocrity in their own mind, I'm sitting back here happy as hell, because that's my mission. My mission is to eradicate the acceptance and the tolerance of anything less than the best from ourselves. Because it's bullshit when we give ourselves so many outs. We give ourselves so many hall passes to say, it's okay. It's okay that I didn't do this today. It's okay that I didn't take my wife on a date last week. It's okay that I didn't meditate. It's okay that I didn't do outbound marketing. It's okay that I missed a couple days at the gym. It's not okay. It's not okay. Because every time you do that, you're going to give yourself a new program about who you are, and that's going to further reinforce mediocrity. So I want to talk to you guys today about one question that will tell you which way to go every single time. There's all sorts of different scenarios in your life where you're stuck between two different ideas. And a good example of that is, should I stay in bed where it's warm and cozy, or should I get out of bed where it's cold and go to the gym where I know it's going to be way harder? Or should I work on outbound marketing today, or should I hide behind fulfillment? These are the conflicts that go on in your mind all the time. They're conflicts between what you kind of want to do versus the other thing, which is like, well, if I do that, it may give me something better. Now, how I've codified this is, in the conflict, there are two sides of the conflict. On one side is comfort. That's the decision of comfort. It's going to give you more comfort to take this action than it is to take that action. More comfort to stay in bed than get out of bed and go to the gym. More comfort to just sit on the couch and watch Netflix with my wife than it is to actually have the effort of figuring out a conversation and asking her about her day and listening and engaging. Comfort. On the other side of that conflict is combat. This is fighting your urge for comfort and doing the things that you don't want to do. Now, I'm sure you've figured out by now that doing the things that you don't want to do is what will give you progress. Because all the things that are easy to you that you genuinely want to do, those are things you've already done, and so those get you the results that you have. If you want to do something better, though, you've got to do the hard things. Which gets me to the question. If you've got two different options going forward, all you have to do is ask yourself, which one don't I want to do? Because that's going to tell you exactly what it is you need to do. This is exactly the way that I operate in everything that I do, which I recognize some of you guys might listen to that and be like, that sounds insane, which it might be, but it's produced some pretty good results. Here's good examples for me. My North Star. Here are some examples. I don't want to get out of bed. So I get out of bed. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't know if everybody recognizes that. I don't want to go to the gym. I just do because I know that I'm supposed to. I know that it delivers a good result for my confidence. Because it's not shallow about looking good with my shirt off. What it's about is about confidence. It's confidence in how I show up with my wife. It's confidence with how I show up with my kids, how I'm leading them. It's confidence in how I show up to sales meetings. It's confidence in how I lead my teams. That's what Body does. I don't want to read the Bible. I get home from the gym, I don't want to read the Bible. A lot of times I'm sitting there going I don't understand it. There's a lot of names in here. There's a lot of numbers in here. I don't know what a cubit is. I've been reading 1 Kings lately, so they're talking about the temple that Solomon built. I don't want to read it. I don't want to. So I do. I don't want to meditate, ever. I meditate twice a day for between 12 and 20 minutes a time, depending on what type of meditation I'm doing. I never want to because I always have a million other things that I would rather do. But because I don't want to, I do it. I don't want to eat egg whites again for breakfast. Every morning I have that conversation with myself. I don't want to eat egg whites again. But I do because that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to record a podcast or a YouTube video. I don't want to take the effort to write out. I don't want to take the effort to communicate. I don't want to dual purpose it between podcasts and YouTube. And I don't want to cut those down later for social media. I don't want to do that stuff, which is exactly why I do it. I don't want to face the rejection that's par for the course in marketing. Anybody that pushes marketing messages constantly, it's par for the course. You face rejection. I could put out a marketing message that would drive 3,000 leads, which meant there were 30,000 people that said, nope, don't like it, rejected. But I do it because I don't want to do it. I don't want to help my kids with their homework either. I just don't. When I get home, I'm exhausted. This isn't negative about my kids. I'm just exhausted. I want to finish the day and I want to go home. And I just want to sit there, talk to my wife, cook dinner. But because I don't want to, I do. I do all those things anyway. So the point of this whole thing is really to help you understand that it's supposed to be hard. Whatever you're trying to get, assuming that it's worth anything, is supposed to be hard. If being fit, rich, and in great relationships was easy, then everybody would have all 3 of them, but they're difficult, so they don't. It's supposed to be hard, and it's okay for it to be hard. Lean into the difficulty by asking yourself that simple question. Of these 2 options, which one of it is the one I don't want to do? And then just do that. That's your call for action today. I guess the simplest thing you can do in the next 24 hours is the next thing that you don't want to do it anyway. I promise you, if you stack that up, you're going to build momentum. And when you build momentum, it's very hard to stop, and you will get whatever it is you're trying to get in your life if you consistently have a pattern of doing the things that you don't want to do, which I recognize is ass backwards. But it's what I've found to be true over 44 years of my life. So I know that people don't want to hit the subscribe button and don't want to hit the share button, but in the context of this episode, do it anyway. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one.